What the fuck is up, y'all? How's it going? Welcome to the inspection. I'm the inspector. For today's reaction video is another Ryan George video. And it's part of his 90s skits where the time traveler goes back into the 90s. I'm sorry, a time traveler comes from the 90s, travels to the future just to tell another person that's in the 90s just how fucked up the future is. So, this video is supposed to be the talking about the metaverse. Yeah, and the future is pretty dumb. But without further ado, let's just get into it.
It's the 90s. The year is 1996. Welcome back to the
In 96, I was a child. I honestly can't remember at this time how old I was. I was a child back then, though. I think I was probably in third grade. And the PlayStation was hot at the time. The original PlayStation and 64.
show. I'm here with our time-traveling reporter who's reporting live from the year 2022. Hi there. Hello. So what's going on in the future? Did they get all that, stuff figured out? Yeah, you want to hear something interesting? It's actually, everything's all fine now. They got it all figured out. Really? No, not really. Please bring me back to the 90s right now. Well, as much as I'd love to, as soon as we got the machine up and running again, a raccoon snuck in and shot off into the year 3281. Wow, well, dang it. That being said, I'd love to hear about any discoveries you've made. Well, okay, yeah, I've discovered this thing called the Metaverse. The Metaverse? The hell is that? A series of self-referential lyrics? Well, no. I can't believe it took them that long to figure something like that out. I could do that right now. What? I'm in a show that doesn't really make sense conceptually when you think about it too much. All right, that was a really good metaverse, I guess, but no, I'm talking about something in virtual reality. Oh, like with a technology. Yeah, and the internet. Now, what if somebody needs to use the phone while you're inside the metaverse, though? Won't that be pretty jarring when you're suddenly shot out of it? Actually, in the future, dial-up internet's not really a thing anymore. You can use the phone and the internet at the same time. That's not a problem. What? Yeah, and that's not the...
I remember that. I remember that. Oh my God. Of course, I grew up poor, so this was like in other people's houses, but that was the house rule. If you own the internet, you gotta get off when an adult is using the phone. I'm sorry. You can't be rude, all right? Oh man, I forgot that was a thing, man. I'm glad they fixed that problem.
Interesting part of what I'm talking about. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, so what's this metaverse thing about then? Right, well see, the metaverse is this thing where users can create an avatar for themselves and then interact with other users and user-created content in an online virtual world. Wow, and that's never been done before. Well, no, technically it's been done a bunch of times before, like Second Life. Is that what happens after you die? No. Second Life is this thing where users can create an avatar for themselves and interact with other users and user-created content in an online virtual world. Oh. But Second Life came out like 20 years ago in 2003. Well, geez, I can't wait to try that. Yeah, well, you better get on that as soon as it comes out because you do die in 2004. Oh, my God. What? You gotta please stop mentioning my death so casually. No. Can you at least give me an idea of how it happens? Like, is it painful? No, I wouldn't say it was painful. Okay, well, at least there's that. Or, maybe it was painful. It's hard to say. It was hard to understand what you were saying through all the screaming. What? Anyway, it seems like the company behind the metaverse is taking this pretty seriously. There are a bunch of people working on it. Whoa, it must look pretty insane. Oh, it does. In fact, I have an image to show you. Look at that thing right there. Whoa. That kind of looks like the video games we have now. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point, but apparently soon people's avatars are gonna have legs. Does that change anything? No, not really, no. Now what are people supposed to do in the metaverse anyway? You can talk to friends and strangers, you can have meetings, you can work, you can buy things. That just sounds like life. Yeah, except in this case it would be under the umbrella of a large corporation, so everything would go through them. So what company is running this whole thing? It's this company called Meta, so they're gonna be in charge of the whole thing and how to govern it and whatnot. And they're a pretty trustworthy company. Actually, they're one of the least trusted companies in the world. They are? Yeah, they actually changed their company name from Facebook to Meta because everyone was all concerned about the privacy issues that Facebook had. How would that make anyone feel better? If you change Jeffrey Dahmer's name to Fuzzy Hugs McSharing, he's still Jeffrey Dahmer. That's a very good point, and he has a new show out, actually. What? But anyway, Meta is really pushing the whole thing as the next step in human connection. And who's at the head of this whole operation? A guy that everybody makes fun of because he doesn't act like a human being. Wow, well, I guess it looks like an interesting start at least. I'm curious to see how it goes once they start pumping some real money into it. They spent like $15 billion on this so far. Oh, holy shit.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, that was good. I have no interest in even trying the metaverse out. Like you already said, this shit has been done like countless times, and I'm personally sick of it. Hell, a lot of fighting games have that metaverse shit already installed into it. Shit, like fucking Dragon Ball Fighter Z, for example. So why would I use this again? But it was some good 90s callbacks. And Ryan George, you done it again. So if you like my reactions, please subscribe, like, and comment. Are you over 30? Do you remember the 90s? What was your favorite part about the 90s? Mine was, the entertainment and the music. Mostly the entertainment music and a few video games. And if you made it, and check out my social medias. Links are in description. And if you made it this far in the video, guess what? You are fucking awesome, and don't let anyone tell you different. And yes, if I could time travel back to the 90s, I would. But I would mostly stay in Michigan because going anywhere else I would require GPS, and there were no cell phones, GPS in the 90s. And, I'm too fucking stupid to read a map. All right. Peace out. Bye.